Hello everyone. Imagine waking up tomorrow with a power so absolute you could transform anything. Rocks into diamonds, water into fuel, rust into gold. Overnight, poverty, hunger, and pollution disappear. It sounds perfect. But when everything is possible, does anything actually matter? Let's step into this future together. Picture this. You walk through a city where every building gleams, every person's needs are met, and nobody wants for anything. But then something weird happens. People start burning diamonds for warmth. Gold piles up in the streets. When scarcity dies, value dies with it. All that glitters is now just stuff. Suddenly, new forms of wealth emerge. Maybe it's social status, rare ideas, or even unique memories. But paradise? Not quite. Instead of fighting for food or money, we'd battle for control over reality itself. What if someone turns a lake into poison, or transforms every apple into plastic just to gain power? The old conflicts don't vanish, they just get stranger and a lot more dangerous. Now let's add the final piece, immortality. Imagine never dying, never saying goodbye. At first it's a dream. You could learn every skill, see every star, love anyone as long as you want. But after 1,000 years, or 10,000, what happens when you've done everything, loved everyone? The thrill fades, the meaning slips away. The thing that gives life its spark, its ending, is gone. Suddenly, the greatest wish isn't to live forever, but to find an escape. Secret groups form, desperate to rediscover mortality. The ultimate rebellion becomes the choice to end your own story. What was once heaven slowly twists into hell. So, if all our needs are met and we never die, what happens to our souls? Do we finally become our best selves, working together on dreams as big as terraforming Mars? Or do we sink into endless pettiness, locked in battles of ego and control? If there are no consequences, why forgive? Why change? Utopia could become a playground for eternal grudges. This isn't science fiction, it's a mirror. The real question isn't what the future holds, but who we'll become when we hold everything. Will we create or destroy? Will we matter or be lost in endless possibility? So, after all this, would you still want to live forever? Would you risk heaven becoming hell? Let me know what you think in the comments. And remember, the real magic of our lives isn't in what we can get, but in the time we have to make it count. Thanks for watching. Stay curious.
Have you ever looked closely at a snowflake? Each one is a masterpiece of design. 6 intricate arms branch out in perfect symmetry, following a precise hexagonal pattern. Is this stunning order just a happy accident of water freezing, or does it point to an underlying rule, a blueprint for beauty? Consider the honeycomb built by bees, each cell a perfect hexagon, maximizing storage with minimal wax. How did bees figure out this geometric solution? Is it trial and error or something deeper? The spiral of a seashell, the branching of a tree. Nature is filled with patterns that are both functional and beautiful. When we see such brilliant engineering, it feels like the work of a clever designer. If you found a watch on the beach, you'd know it was made by someone. Why assume nature's far more complex designs are just accidents? Perhaps the patterns we see are not accidents at all, but signatures of an intentional mind. The universe seems to have a language of patterns that speaks to us. Some systems in biology are irreducibly complex, made of many parts all needed for the system to work. Think of a mousetrap. Remove one piece and it fails completely. Now look at the bacterial flagellum, a tiny whip-like tail powered by a molecular motor with about 40 protein parts. If any part is missing, the flagellum can't function at all. How could such a machine evolve step by step? What good is half a flagellum? Natural selection rewards only what works, so useless intermediate stages shouldn't survive. The human eye is another example. Lens, iris, retina, and optic nerve must all work together. Early, incomplete eyes wouldn't provide clear vision or survival advantage. These all-or-nothing systems challenge the idea of gradual evolution. If complex systems can't function in incomplete forms, how did they arise? It's a puzzle that remains unsolved. The fossil record is often called the ultimate proof of evolution, a history book in stone. We expect to see countless transitional forms, but the reality is different. Most species appear suddenly, remain unchanged for millions of years, then disappear. This is called stasis. The coelacanth, thought extinct for 65 million years, was found alive and unchanged. If evolution is constant change, why do so many species resist it for so long? The Cambrian explosion saw most major animal groups appear all at once, with few clear ancestors. Instead of a branching tree, life's history looks more like separate blades of grass. Darwin himself worried about these gaps, hoping future fossils would fill them. After over 150 years, the missing links are still missing. Perhaps the story of life is more complex than slow, gradual change. Evolution relies on mutation, random changes in genetic code creating new traits. But most mutations are harmful or neutral, not helpful. Imagine making random changes to a computer program. It's far more likely to break than improve. Life's genetic code is vastly more complex than any program, so random changes rarely build new features. Building complexity through random errors is like expecting a monkey to type a novel by chance. For evolution to create new proteins, it would require a series of highly specific coordinated mutations. The odds of this happening by chance are astronomically low. Natural selection can only preserve useful changes, but if mutations rarely produce anything useful, its creative power is limited. It's like trying to build a house with broken bricks. Can random errors really create the stunning complexity we see in life? Shrink down to the size of a molecule inside a living cell, and you'll find a bustling city of molecular machines. There are trucks, power plants, and factories, all made of proteins, working with astonishing precision. We recognize design in our own factories and engines. Why not in the cell's machinery? These biological machines are self-replicating and built with atomic precision, far beyond our technology. If a mousetrap needs a designer, what about the bacterial flagellum? If a book needs an author, what about DNA? The presence of complex, specified information and machinery suggests purpose and foresight. Evolution explains how life changes, but does it explain how such integrated complexity began? The evidence inside the cell points to an intelligence beyond blind chance. Perhaps life is not an accident, but an act of intentional creation.